And welcome to Blockbuster Bums. Kick back your recliner, crack open a beer, and let's talk movies. And today we'll be talking about Rocky V, obviously the fifth installment in the Rocky franchise. And it was unfortunate that I had to sit through this again. But anyway, let's talk about some housekeeping here. Obviously, as you can see on camera, Barry is not here. It's the first time Barry's missed an episode since we started the pod. Barry's got some personal things he's got to take care of. Hopefully we'll see him soon.
The colonoscopy didn't go very well.
There you go. There you go. And I wasn't going to say it, but Ray did. So that being said, Drew is back, even though he swore last time he was not coming back for 5
I
and
did say
6.
I wasn't going to be here, but I didn't want to do a 3-person episode. I said, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
So.
that's true. We did not want to do it without Barry and with no guests. So we asked Drew to make another appearance for Rocky, and he agreed, which we greatly appreciate, Drew. Thanks for coming back, buddy.
Yep.
I don't think I have any other housekeeping, so I think we can get started. Tom, what did you think of your rewatch of Rocky V?
It's honestly, I really did try to take a different perspective in it, and I do think I picked out some different takeaways. It wasn't as bad as I remember, but it was there was just a lot of cringe. There's a lot of moments where you just either want to look away, stop listening, or just turn it off. Like I said, it's just too much.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where people don't act like this in the real world. I'm very aware I'm watching somebody act over the top as a character. It's not what I want. Off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fair enough. Drew, what did you think of your rewatch?
I don't know.
It's a whirlwind of emotion.
Yeah, there's just so much going on, from him having his little moment in the shower to start the movie, which honestly, that's probably one of the better parts of it, because it shows what Rocky goes through after fights, which is bad to think about, but just the rest of the movie is just, and then his kid ages 5 years from when they're in Russia to when they come home. That's just, we couldn't just spend an extra little money on the budget 5 years later.
Nope.
Boy's just gonna age 5 years after they come
long
home.
winter in Russia.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of get what they were trying to do, bring him back home to Philadelphia and not have him in these fancy houses and stuff like that. But it's just, they didn't execute at all, and it was but I don't know. It was okay. It wasn't like the other ones. I didn't enjoy it as much as I rewatched the other 4. So
Fair enough. Ray, what are your thoughts?
After watching this movie, I have to say that Rocky definitely needed some medical attention for his brain, or just a trip to the nursing home. Definitely can't think or talk whatsoever. Stallone's performance I could barely understand him at times. Not really sure why Paulie was in charge of the financials. That was lazy writing and dropped every character's IQ down about 100 points. Series could have been condensed down to 3 movies, but I guess when you're not doing anything and bored at the studio, why not make a terrible movie about how slow and stupid we can make the Rocky character? All in all, this was a spit in the face to all the other Rocky movies before it.
All right. Well, you didn't throw the curveball I thought you might, so
No.
there you go.
I just don't think you could.
Yeah.
I'd really have to.
Well, I will say this in my rewatch. First off, I don't know if I said this on air before, but I have all the Rocky movies at home on DVD, and I went to my DVD collection to pull out Rocky V, still in its wrapper, unopened. I had to take the wrapper off to watch this movie. So
How long ago did you buy this?
Oh, I don't know.
Years.
I mean, years and years. Yes.
It was one I didn't even see. It was one I watched on regular TV.
Yeah.
I never even went out of my way back in the day to rent it or anything. No, it was just this is on AMC Classic. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, now, I've watched it. I remember watching it for the first time. I was like, oh, boy. I was like, Dad's like, there's a reason why I didn't sit down and watch it with you. I was like, well, thanks for telling me. But yeah, when it's on the TV now, I'm like, I'm good. I'll find something else. I'll go do something else.
And I like Tom, I went into it trying to have an open mind, trying not to just hate watch it. And I kind of agree with Tom. I'd kind of built it up in my head that it was just this awful piece of crap that is impossible to sit through. It's not that.
But see, I thought about it. What what in your mind back then made it seem bad? Because I have a theory, at least for me, why I think it.
I think as a kid, maybe I mean, this is a
And
guess, but as a kid, I think it was because Rocky doesn't fight.
okay,
You know, like I have a Rocky movie where I've watched all these other Rocky movies where he's fighting and he's training and he's doing all things, and in this, it's it's just
you can't relate to the main character because he's an adult and you're a kid.
well, that's also fair, yeah.
Because that's like that was one of the
Yeah.
points that was one of the points that I thought I was like, what was it about it back then when I watched it as a kid that made me hate it? It's like one, it made me hate it because his son's a little bitch.
That's true.
And, well, but think about it, it's like because even then because you as a kid would imagine what if your dad was Rocky and stuff, but like you wouldn't squander all the opportunities and you would have been training and stuff. But, like at least that's what I did in my mind. And then even like well, that's why I wanted to ask about perspective, like. Now that you're older, now that you have a kid, whenever they did those little cutaways and stuff and shown him basically like treating Tommy as his son rather than the kid, did that hit you different now that you're a dad?
Well,
I
I will say this. I do agree with you that the son is a little bitch, and he pisses me off throughout this movie.
Yes.
He's almost completely unlikable by about midway through the movie. I will say that he does have a point at certain parts in the movie where his dad is giving too much to Tommy Gunn.
No, he definitely
No,
tried.
yeah, he
like
goes over
going
the
through
top.
going through and watching it, like the boy definitely tried, and honestly, like he deserves the little bit of hatred that he gives. Like Rocky has earned like, hey, you have now like a pissed off teen on your hands. Now you got to deal with it. You did create this.
I was pretty much okay with most of the things Rocky did. Like essentially, what we're saying is Dad's working too much. I mean, that's essentially what we're saying because this is his job now. But where it really went too far for me is when he tried to give Tommy Gunn Mick's necklace.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, this is like a cherished item that was like passed down from like your father figure to you. Why would you not pass that to your son?
That was the thing they drove home throughout this. Like that was the tone of the movie.
Yes.
Like let's be
Yes.
honest, throughout all of it, even when like what Ray said from the very beginning, when you see him being all punchy and everything, you find out that his brain's all messed up. Like he like I said, it goes to flashback to that conversation you had with Mick about getting the cufflink and all that, and it's supposed to like show. Well, that was the whole point. Is like he wanted to be somebody else like that. He wanted to be Mick to somebody else. Like, and that was the thing. Is like evil Tommy said it best later on. Like, you're not Mick and I'm not you. Like he just said the quiet part out loud. Like, see what you're trying to do, but it's not going to work here.
Which, yeah, they're just not. They're opposites of
Well,
each other.
yeah,
I was about to say
and-
Rocky was poor, coming to fame. Tommy Gunn's already. He wants to get to fame just to be rich. Rocky wanted to do it for like himself. Tommy Gunn just wants to do it for.
Well, and the whole thing
Just to
too,
be-
like Rocky was the athlete to where like the Mick Rocky dynamic was that Mick took him under his wing to basically make sure he didn't get like taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Because remember, he was like an older fighter, but like, hey, like you're gonna be a flash in the pan. I'm gonna make sure that they don't use you. So like, even when he was on the upswing, like I said, he got like fights that would be easy to win. Like I said, now it was like an issue with them and all that. But like Rocky didn't have that same talent. Like, and that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, they even talked about, was like, it's like, dude's like, you're kind of punchy. Like, you can't speak well, you can't articulate yourself, you don't argue well. Like, it was just one of those, like, you would be a good trainer, but even that, like, just listen to how he tried to communicate how to teach Tommy and all that. It was like,
So it's
dude, you just-
not.
yeah, like, you just can't communicate what's in your mind. Like, that's just it. Like, you're not a manager. Like, you're not that person.
There was also another scene where he was what was he chasing down the car or something, or trying to have a conversation
Yeah.
with the car in the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah, when they,
I couldn't understand a fucking thing he was trying to
No,
say. That was how bad his. I don't know what Stallone was thinking, but he could not.
they really just made Rocky
He just could not talk at
dumb
all.
again. Like,
Well, they really played it up after he's coming home from Russia and he's trying to talk to his son and Adrian, and the son is picking up on all the like. He even says to Paulie at one point, "Is there something wrong with Dad?" Like,
yeah.
and Paulie just is like, "Oh, he got hit really hard. He'll be fine." But like it goes through, like you're right though, it goes through the whole movie. He has
Not at
issues clearly.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there's obviously. Well, you can just see from that first scene in the shower, he's just going through it. Like you can just like where they pick up when he's just by himself. Like he's obviously going through it. Like it's just not.
But as far as the plot goes, did we have like what do you think made? I guess at this point, this is all Stallone. What do you think made Stallone go back to the whole like Rocky's life sucks again? Like we already did this motif where his life goes completely backwards, and he has to work a regular job, and his wife has to work a regular job, and he's poor and doesn't have any money, and he's struggling. Like we already went through that plot. Like why did we go back to it again?
I think he tried to recreate the magic from number one.
Yeah, but I said earlier, they were trying to go back to like him being in Philadelphia. Down.
Yeah, but they can visit Philadelphia. They don't have to be poor to go back to Philadelphia.
Well, there's also nice houses in Philadelphia. The
Yeah.
whole of Philadelphia isn't broke and living in little tiny apartments.
Like we've talked about trying to recreate the magic of Rocky 1. Like I don't know.
Well, he must have been delusional trying to think that fucking storyline up because there was no way you bring Rocky 1 back.
Dude, it was very 90s. Like, just, I mean, the fucking music.
Yeah.
Like, the music in the fight scene at the end and everything. Like, the break dancing 90s, like, that dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
It's like, holy crap, what am I listening to? Like, it's, like, they were a pair of parachute pants away for it just being a music video. Like,
So-
that's all it was.
I guess my question ultimately is, could you have done this same movie without them going broke and having to move back to the apartment and get regular jobs? Like, could you have just been like, you can't box anymore, you're kind of depressed about this, like you lost your livelihood, so on and so forth, but you still have your house and your car and all these things.
Yeah, it takes some writing, but they could have done it.
I
think
agree.
He definitely does. He just picks up a hobby. Like
And that's always like to where it's like, oh, I can't do this, but I still want to stay close to it. So once again, he goes back and does the training thing.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what he does here. They just make it to where, like Paulie said, for some reason, Paulie had like power of attorney and gave it away.
Well, that whole I agree with
That was
Ray.
stupid.
That was so stupid. Like, first off,
Well, it was just a very cheap way to push the plot along.
but I guess I kind of get it in the fact of Rocky only allowed so many people in his life to do things. He didn't hire people he wasn't personal with. So it was one of those things of like having Paulie hook him up with something was probably a Rocky type of thing.
Yeah,
but
probably.
finances, like Paulie was controlling the financial guy. Seems weird, especially since Paulie is like working for a bookie and like doing all these things. Like
why you would trust?
that's weird.
Adrian should have been top dog in this situation.
And again, they could have
A
done
lawyer,
it.
like something.
Have an advisor. You can't tell me they couldn't have paid for someone to watch, like someone like at the bank or some financial advice, someone to watch your money. Not
He did have. I mean, they say it was a financial advisor. We don't know who he was.
Yeah.
But like, took advantage of Paulie and of course Rocky ultimately. But like, they could have done that without making it Paulie's fault, because we see that happen with professional athletes all the time.
yeah.
Their so and so advisor stole all their money and put it in the stock market and lost it. Well, yeah, you can sue that person, but if they're broke because they lost all their money in the stock market, you're not getting your money back.
So, that's really what they said here. To where I was like, man, it could be years before you see anything. And they're like, fuck, like.
So yeah, I don't know. There was just some weird choices made with stories, I guess, because they spent the whole movie with Adrian and Paulie fighting. Every chance they got, they were yelling at each other.
Yeah.
That was one.
What do you? Oh yeah.
Like I said, like, they really tried. Like they really tried. Well, I guess not necessarily to copy it, but like in terms of it's all based on those core characters. Like you said, the fight and everything is kind of like an afterthought. We just all know it sucks at the end, but like the movie isn't leading up to it. Like it's not like in the first one where like, oh, he has this big boxing match and everything. He just has a goal. Like here, he was just in a bar and got called out just because of Tommy's pride. Like,
Yeah, because Tommy's mad because everyone's calling him out.
Yeah, and really the only reason he even fought him was because he hit Paulie.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Which, by the way, I was thinking this though too. Like they show Paulie like laying on the ground. He's like pulls out a tooth and is like bleeding a little bit and everything like that. But I think if a guy the size of Tommy Gunn and a professional fighter like that hit an old man like that, because that's really what Paulie looks like at that point. He looks like an old man. I feel like
more damage than that.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. First off, he'd probably guaranteed be unconscious. But second off, I feel like I don't know if he's getting up from that.
I mean, for real.
That's yeah.
I mean, well, that whole street fight. Let's be honest. Like,
Yeah, the whole street fight's just
like it's god awful.
Well, I guess here's my biggest gripe. I told Tom this on the way here today. Is I feel like this movie doesn't have likable characters. That's my biggest gripe with this movie.
there's no one to like grab onto.
Right. Duke, unlikable. The son,
Dude.
unlikable. Tommy Gunn starts off all right, but then becomes unlikable. Like I said, Paulie and
Don't
Adrian.
forget about Donnie King.
That's
Yeah,
Duke.
that's Duke.
Oh, I thought Duke was the trainer.
That's Tony.
Tony's the trainer.
Oh, they do call him Duke though as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this but
Um,
no, yeah, he is supposed to be impersonating. Yeah, like
But then you have Paulie and Adrian, who are two characters from the past that you like, but like I said, all they do is yell at each other through the whole movie,
they're
which isn't that likable.
And they're just yelling the whole
And
time.
then
There's
Rocky's
nothing.
depressed the whole time. So it's like there's no real likable characters to latch on to get you through the movie.
well, like you said, there's also no goal.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
too.
There's
on top of
nothing
it,
to cheer for them to get to. We're just
like,
kinda-
Rocky's just trying to make income at this point. Like
He's trying to survive.
yeah, like he's not trying to do anything else. Like it really is like they tried to do that old school character development, and I think it just fell so flat.
The only development they had was with the kid. He went from street bitch to street king by the time the movie was over, because he done beat up the bullies, and now he's top dog, which is hilarious the way it started out with the story arc.
Yeah, like it's so funny because they show his fight with who, by the way, is Kevin Connolly. Like that's the kid he beat. Like the actor that plays the kid he beats up. That's him as a kid.
Okay.
And he beats him up, and then the next time you see him, like Ray said, he has like that kid's little gang sitting in his living room. He has this big old earring hanging out of his ear, and I'm like, well, that was a hell of a transformation over like a day.
Well, yeah, very 90s. So like,
Yeah.
And then when he's at the Christmas dinner with all the kids there, and the sun rolls out, and he finds him at the Rocky finds him at the corner store smoking a cigarette. You're just like, yeah, I run these streets. Fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's better be the bully than get bullied.
I like how the girl looks at Rocky and is like, "You're not gonna hit him, are you?"
yeah, that was the first thing she said. I was like, what? No, like.
But yeah, it's I don't know, guys. I was just I didn't enjoy myself watching this.
No, 'cause like I said, even the montages of like Tommy winning the fights and stuff, there wasn't even like a good fight sequence and all that. Or like I said, the training sequence that we got from Tommy and Rocky was side by side of like that the older trainer from one training the boy. So I mean, it was I don't know. Like I said, there just wasn't a whole lot to latch onto here, and it just fell short.
I'm a big nostalgia guy. Like, I really like nostalgia in my movies. Like, just for example, I think this is a great example of it. Top Gun. Then they come up with Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick,
Masterpiece.
great movie,
Yeah.
but they played into the nostalgia from the first movie, from the snap of your fingers and the word go.
Yeah.
Like, you hear the theme song from the first movie and the first 10 seconds of the movie, and he jumps on his little crotch rocket and does his little thing, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm right back into Top Gun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm right here with them. It's so great. They fed into the nostalgia. In this movie,
The whole time they're talking about how like good Maverick is. Like they're like, oh shoot, that's him. Like,
Right.
And this movie, they're like, oh, Rocky's poor.
right. And then
Like, no one, like former heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, what a bum.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have a series that I like in totality, Star Wars, who in this last trilogy brings back the original, Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher and all these on the original trilogy there, essentially. And they're like, you know what? Take nostalgia and shove it up your ass, fans, because we're going to fuck these characters all up and change everything about them. And I hated that. But in this movie, he tried so hard to go to nostalgia, and it didn't have that much of an effect on me. The only time I was like, oh, that's interesting, was when he was in the attic and put his old outfit back on, when he had the jacket and the fedora on, and then he put the glasses on Adrian.
And then he wanted to go for a walk, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, like, I see you. I see what you're trying to do there. But then he wore the outfit the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we just wear that.
I was like, you can't go back to the neighborhood without dressing like mafia thug.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you, like rock, like whatever you're gonna do. But they tried to feed into nostalgia, and I feel like they just missed it. It was hard.
Yeah. Like I said, it didn't end well. I will say this was the most assertive that I feel like we've seen Adrian in all the movies so far.
Oh, most definitely.
Like from the jump and everything, like she was gonna whoop Polly's ass in that lawyer's office.
Well, yeah, that's her money too, and now
Yeah,
she ain't got no money.
But that's what I mean.
Now she gotta go back to work.
Yeah, but like she's had
Part-time at the fish store.
I feel like she's had more lines in Rocky 5 than any other movie.
Well, she tells Duke off like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, she's
yeah.
always on the front.
Which
line
good for her. He needs.
She even tells Rocky off a couple times.
Well, but that's what irritated me too about Rocky's character in this is that like in the first one, like he never took the bait when people like talked bad about him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that wasn't his thing. He would always make a joke about it or he'd play it off in some way. Here it's almost like he takes the bait into that shit.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I hated about the third one too, when he got mad about like Mr. T like making, like, yes, you probably should say something about your wife, but like it's like, dude, you took the bait in public. Like it was like it may have been the right thing to do, but it still made you look weak in the moment. Like, and it irritated me. And like
Okay.
it just made his character look weak.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this. How did you guys feel about Paulie still owning his house, even though he lives with Rocky?
I assume,
I don't know.
Paulie owned that house and all that, even in Rocky 1.
Well, he did. He did own the house in Rocky
so,
1.
I mean,
But I'm saying he hasn't lived there since... I mean, he's lived with Rocky since Rocky became wealthy.
Yeah.
So, like, but he still has that house back in the neighborhood. I don't know. I thought one of two things. Either it was just lazy writing, like, what's he going to do? Oh, he's going to move back into Paulie's house because Paulie still owns it, even though he doesn't live there. Or it was just, man, like, this is kind of one of those fishy things that Paulie does. Like,
Might be a little
kind
bit
of taking
both.
advantage of his friend living in a mansion with him, but I still have a house, a fully functioning, no problem, like, at least 2-bedroom house.
Like,
Yeah.
then he would just live for free with Rocky and rent that out. I can see that. And then he would just have passive income.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds like a
into
Paulie
Rocky.
thing.
They
Like,
thought-
it
yeah.
does. Like,
Typical Polly.
yeah, like I can totally see Paulie doing that. Like,
Hey there, Rock. I got you something for $4.50 a month.
yeah, like it is what it is.
Recognize
Like,
it.
But let's be honest, Rock wouldn't care. Like, wouldn't give a damn.
So, when I was watching the movie, another thing that struck me was it wasn't that far in the movie that we went from Tommy Gunn literally begging Rocky to manage him, like asking him multiple times, not taking no for an answer, literally breaking down and begging him to do it, to I'm dropping you because you can't do these great things for me.
Yeah, it was like a matter of no time. It's just
Yeah.
But once again, it was just the echo from number 1 when Mick's in Rocky's apartment, like tell him like you never had I never had a manager, like I got used, and it's like you can see like it's just that echo of like Mick's speech from the first one happening to Tommy here, like, and Rocky's trying to explain it to him, and Rocky's just like he's once again they said he's not Mick, he doesn't have those words. Like, it's like
he
you
can
said,
barely just talk in
that's
general,
like,
much less trying to
he's
get
pretty
us
much
on
just babbling in the street.
philosophical.
Like I said, he can't articulate the point. Like, I think that's like, I don't know.
And Rocky was so juiced up, he did everything for him except for like give Tommy Gunn a hand job.
Yeah,
It
but
was
he moved him into his house.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like,
Yeah,
dude, you don't know this guy. He could have killed your whole family.
But yeah, like, well, I think that was Adrian's whole thing, to where I was like, like you don't know him at all. Like, what is this?
Well, not only that, but he gave him his son's bedroom and made his son sleep with Paulie.
Yeah.
That's even weird. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
even
just-
weird.
Yeah, you don't want to put no kid in there with Polly. Polly probably a loud sleeper, fucking does weird stuff in there.
I like how
So-
Paulie's only comment is, I ain't washing my fucking sheets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So So he's got a nostalgia to his sheets. Gross guy.
I think the only time during this movie though that I really, really felt the struggle for Rocky was after Tommy Gunn drives away and he has that scene in the street with Adrian, where essentially you kind of like, oh, this is a grown man that's failing right now and doesn't know what to do. Like his son is pissed at him, his wife is pissed at him. He doesn't have any money. He's failing to provide. You know, like his son's was getting beat up at school and now like doesn't trust his dad. Like you feel like you're just a failure on all fronts and your frustration is just boiling over. I felt that with Rocky. I felt that scene. That scene made me feel like, oh, he's legit struggling here. Like he can't keep it together right here. And he thought his ticket to getting out of this struggle was managing Tommy, and Tommy has now left him, and he realizes how much he screwed up.
Right. It was like a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And I mean, was I the only one? Was it anybody else really feel like that scene actually did it?
I mean, I can kind of see the way it was going throughout the whole movie, but it just didn't hit for me because the whole movie was just, the writing was just so horrible. So it just didn't hit for me like it should have. But no, I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, you have a bunch of individual things that were going shitty for him, but there was nothing that made him cohesive. Like, I didn't feel bad because his son was pissed at him. It's like, because like I said, I just watched you neglect of, like, the kid built like you a trophy case and everything, and what'd you do? You went and sparred with Tommy and everything. It's
Yeah.
like, he's finally stood up to the bully, and what'd you say? Oh, go tell your mom. She likes things like that. Like, no, she does not.
No, she does not. That's all I can think about in
You
that
were
scene.
not listening at all. Like,
Mhm.
and then it's like, then he's seen him, like I said, when he's sitting around with like the bullies that he did beat up, like, shows like the little cuff link on the chain and all that. Like, I mean, he's seeing this over and over to where, like, dude, like, I mean, I get that you're just oblivious and stupid and all, but like, I didn't feel bad that your son hated you. Like, it's one of those things to where it's like I said, he was so blind investing in Tommy that like other things were just going away. And like I said, like I get the frustration, but it was like, you did all this. But then again, like, I've seen you solve all these problems before individually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, I think that was it too, to where like it just felt cheap, like you said earlier. Everything felt just like pushed.
Everything's just so. How long is this one, by the way? What was it like?
An hour and 51.
Okay, that's about the same. I don't know. It just feeling so.
I feel like it had one of the longer montages too. Like, all the Tommy montages.
Yeah.
Like that went on for a lot longer than I remembered.
Yeah, I agree with you. It did go on longer than I remembered in my head.
Yeah, that was a few minutes. I was waiting to give Barry shit about it today, because I was gonna ask him. I was like, which one was longer? Was Rocky 4 montage longer than 5? Like, who had it? The training sequence or Tommy's winning? Like,
Yeah, it's.
because he had all the ones with Rocky, and then he had the ones with like Duke.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he's having long montages of Tommy winning.
Yeah, that's all it is. Like,
So, let's get into this last bit of this movie here. Because, I mean, this all happens within a few hours. The whole last part of this movie is a few hours.
Yeah, it's just a little time span there. at the
So,
end.
Tommy gets his title shot, and he wins.
Yeah, he beats.
I don't know who the guy is he beats, but he beats he beats the guy that's been trying to fight Rocky
Was it
for the whole
Crane?
movie.
Oh yeah, Donnie King's first guy.
Yeah. He beats him for the title, wins the title, tries to give an interview after
Oh, I love this.
the fight, and the media just destroys him. I mean, just
You're a bum.
destroys him.
yeah,
And so to solve this problem, he goes to a bar in the slums of Philadelphia and challenges Rocky to a fight in the street. Now, saying that out loud, does it not sound just completely stupid?
Yeah.
he was from Oklahoma.
Yeah,
He did say that.
his name is Tommy Gunn.
Like, it's like,
Tommy the Machine.
yeah,
God.
I'm guessing his mother didn't name him that. Like,
But First off, yes, he's in Philadelphia. The media is brutal in Philadelphia, but the things these reporters were saying were pretty over the top. Like, I don't know that I've ever seen a reporter go that in on somebody ever.
Oh, I think it's well. I thought it was funny, but you could tell like Duke was there was the back of and Duke was trying to protect him.
Yes, he was.
Like,
Oh yeah, the
that
whole
was, like,
time.
yeah,
Yeah, he talked
Duke-
more than Tommy.
but that's what it was. Like Duke was playing the over the top media game with them, like you said. It was like really like pronounced, and like Tommy just was just too stupid to understand what was going on. But he didn't realize like no, like don't challenge Rocky and everything to like some stupid ass street fight. Like once again, like Duke's trying to make money off this.
Yeah.
Like it's like that's way bigger. It's like you're a fool. Like
Well, it goes back to that argument we had a couple episodes ago, Tom. Was Duke is not a fighter. Duke is not an athlete. He was there to say, yes, fight him in the ring and let's make money.
Yeah.
But Tommy Gunn was, I need my respect. I need
back to respect.
Yes, I need my respect. I don't care if I beat him in the ring or outside the ring. I need to beat him.
well, that's what
I
Rocky,
guess I'll just go to the bars and go find him.
like, Rocky even called that out when he was giving the speech in the convertible. Like what he's like, don't you see he's trying to pit you against me and all that to where like a fight like that's what he's wanting and all. Like Rock actually knew the plan ahead of time. He just couldn't like stop Tommy from like acting on or seeing it. But that's also why, like he says, like if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it here where nobody gets paid. Like we're gonna go outside. Like I did like that part about Rocky because it was like, all right, like I'm gonna fight you, but I'm not gonna give Duke what the fuck he wants. Like, and if you're gonna be like prideful enough to go after it for respect only, no cops, which there were cops everywhere, mind you.
Yes.
Yes,
Like,
they cops
you
were.
know, like there was a few shots where like fire departments around, you see squad cars in the back, like. It looked like a little wild scene. It was funny.
Well,
And Rock just if he would just stop fucking turning his back.
yes.
Every
Yeah.
time he turned his back, he just tackle.
Well, the first time he didn't tackle him, Tommy punched him in the back of the head and then punched him in like the kidney and then threw him on the ground. Like that was some total cheap shots.
That's just.
But talk about like 90s moves. What about like Sylvester Stallone's leg sweep?
Yes. No, the other one was 90s move was when he went to punch and he like interlocked their arms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Where he catches the punch like
yeah.
when their arms go through each other like this, and then he's like boom, 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 and like hits him with the elbow, and I'm like, man, I can see Van Damme doing that in my head right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there were a few things where like I know who did your choreography here. Like
I've seen this somewhere else.
now I will say this: it's not a terrible fight per se, but Rocky wins the fight
It's
in the
frustrating.
first 12 seconds.
that's what I mean. It's
Yeah.
frustrating because he keeps turning his back.
Yeah, like he works Tommy over, boom, 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 boom. Tommy hits the fence, slides down to the trash. Essentially the fight's over. Yeah, Rock could have come over and just,
pounding him.
made sure it was over. But yeah, he turns his back, and the crowd parts for Tommy to run up and punch him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the crowd has to part for you.
Everybody's complicit in this.
Yeah,
Like,
it was like, and then it takes Rocky, 5 minutes of getting punched in the head to clear his head because he's essentially seeing stars after he gets punched in the back of the head.
Well, once again, like I said, the fight was just bad. Like I'll say, the fight was bad because like it was just frustrating.
Yeah.
Like it was just frustrating, and it's like well, just like the rest of the movie, I was hardly invested in it at all.
Well, I guess here's my other thing though. I'm gonna say this, and I don't want to take it and run with it necessarily, but the general premise of the movie in a vacuum, without what they actually did to it, would it be an acceptable way to end the Rocky franchise? Like, Rocky can't go on as a fighter. He has to become a coach, take up the Mick mantle and take somebody under his wing and turn them into a champ like he was. That would be an acceptable way for this franchise to end.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get it done
I think
in this movie.
That's what Ray talked about. I was like, yeah, it was all there, just execution was bad. Like you said, like the storyline, the plot that you just laid out, fantastic. I don't think anybody would have a big issue with it, especially after seeing the beating that Dolph Lundgren gave him.
Yes.
So it's like, I believe you're punchy, bro. Like, it's like you were getting choke slammed and like just grabbed and everything by this motherfucker. Like,
For 15 rounds.
yeah, you're probably a little slow. Like, it's fine. It's understandable. But
Well, see, what I haven't understood in the last 3 movies is that he was going to retire after the first one.
Yes.
Yeah,
And somehow, medical advances, I guess, throughout 4 fucking movies has, upgraded Rocky to where he can perform fucking 12 fights, handpick fighters, a fucking Russian, big ass Mr. T,
Well-
and then Tommy Gunn in a fucking circle.
Well, and then all
but
those- all
somehow
those-
he's all healthy.
Well,
all those other title defenses too in 3.
Well, they addressed part of that, not all of it, but part of it. They talk about at the beginning of 3 how he had surgery on his eye so that he could continue to box. Because that was the reason he couldn't continue to box after
Right.
his first Apollo fight was he was going to go blind in his eye. I can't remember which eye it was, but one of his eyes.
I think it was supposed to be the one that they cut.
Yeah, it could have
Like,
been.
there was- I
But they talk about at the
It was supposed to be that
beginning
injury and
of
everything.
of the third movie about how since essentially because he's rich now, I take it because he didn't make any money off the Apollo fights.
No.
Yeah, it wasn't very. What was
like-
that one, like 32,000?
Yeah, like 30.
Yeah, we did-
he made
yeah.
like 30 grand off the first fight, and then I think they said same contract for the second fight. So he probably made 60 grand between those 2 fights.
Mm-hmm.
Which we're talking about the 70s, so that would have been a decent amount of money. But it's not like
Where he really started making money was from all the brand deals and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
else.
yeah.
Yeah, but that fell through. Like,
So he fixed
Yeah.
his eye, is what
You
I'm
can't
trying to
read,
say.
Yeah, fixed his eye, but I mean, you have enough impact that it's not going to help if you got surgery or not. You only have so much, skull there that can get impacted, and you can only put it together so many times. I mean,
Well, just his
before too
style
long,
of
it's gonna be
fighting.
powder and blood.
if you can find a doctor just to sign that piece of paper, that's all that matters.
And just
Yeah.
his style of fighting in general. It's not like he's like a boxer trying to dance around the ring. He's just taking punch after punch.
No. Yeah. Well, and I think that's what it showed when like Tommy was trying to fight his style. Like, once again, Rocky's trying to like coach him through that same way, and Tommy just doesn't have that same heart. It's like, no,
No.
you're just unskilled. Like, you're not fighting with heart right now. You're just wide open. Eating
He's
shit.
angry.
Yeah, like you said, it's like you're just angry and just like taking shots. Like I said, it's not the dynamic that like Rocky wanted it to be at all.
No, they're just opposites of each other.
Yeah,
I mean, they really
like
are.
I said, he just wanted that. Like,
He just wanted to be rich and famous. He didn't have the heart in it. He just,
Well, and I think Rocky still was mourning Mick.
yeah.
Like, so it was one of those to where like, so I'm gonna like pretty much like honor Mick's legacy by becoming like the best version of Mick I can be, but I need to find my Rocky, like essentially. And like that's what he thought, and in doing so, he like pretty much dropped his family, his son, and just like invested into the guy that like stabbed him in the back.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. I did like the very end there when, Duke kept saying, "Oh, touch me and I'll sue, touch me and I'll sue." And then he hits him and says, "Sue me for what?" And I'm like,
But-
great point, Rock.
But
Yeah.
once again, the '90s shot of like the uppercut and flying in the
Yes,
air.
yes.
Like, I immediately, we just watched you just hit a guy way bigger than Duke. Like, and he wasn't going flying anywhere like that. Like, and Duke's ass like on the hood of the car and everything. Like, yeah, I like once again just like the old cinematography of it and stuff. Like, I got a good laugh out of it here and there, but it was. Yeah, it's almost really close to being a parody of itself. In all honesty,
It was like one of them
Yeah.
old. It was like, hey, here's a TV show we used to have back in the '70s. Now we got a reunion season.
yeah,
Come on
almost-
back,
yeah,
guys.
It's like this is the Star Wars holiday special. Like,
Yeah.
that's what this is. Like,
Hey, we got Wookiees and we got Ewoks. Come on
Yeah,
over.
that's
Mike
We're all
and
on
Luke
one
too.
planet together.
yeah, that's what Rocky 5 is in a nutshell. It's like we're gonna bring them all back. We're gonna be as flawed as number one, and we're just gonna see what happens. Like,
Well, guys, do you think we've pretty much talked about how much we dislike this movie?
Yeah,
I mean, I
but there's 2 quotes I want to say before we
Oh,
get
no.
out.
Okay.
So the first one, I think they just got back to the house, and Rocky tells Adrian that he wants to take her upstairs and violate her like a parking meter.
I did, yes.
I don't even know what fuck that means. Like, what are you doing violating a parking meter, and how do you do that? And
I still
I don't even know.
just let the meter run out. And you're still parked there.
I guess.
I guess.
It's like,
I mean, she did say it'll cost you a quarter.
Oh God.
That was her response.
God
I
damn
don't remember
inflation! Like, just like price is way higher now. Like,
And then there was a knock knock joke. He goes, knock knock, who's there? Madam. Madam who? Madam foot stuck in the door.
yeah, there was like a run of like bad jokes and everything he kept trying to do through like dad jokes. Like,
They just weren't good at all.
Yeah.
well, some of it didn't make any sense to where
No.
like it's like, dude, like that, like you pretty much just said alphabet soup to me, bro. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if they were trying
yeah,
to
like I think you had a stroke. Like,
I don't know if they're trying to be funny or they're trying to show like Rocky's just dumb now. Or
I think it was a bit of both because one of them, like, he was saying it to his son. Like, it was right after they just when he talked to him on the street and everything, and they finally made up, and he told him a joke. I don't even remember what it was, but it was god awful.
yeah,
And then his son was like being sympathetic, like, yeah, it was okay, but like, yeah, that was a good one. And I'm like, you're an idiot, bro. Like did not land whatsoever. Like,
And then besides the cufflink, the glove cufflinks from Mick, he also let Tommy Gunn wear the Apollo shorts, which I thought was fucking disrespectful as fuck.
from the start, the Apollo ones, like I gave that one a little more leeway than I did when I seen the cufflink, because at least not just that just seemed like not just did it come from Mick, but then it came from Rocky Marciano and all, like, allegedly.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't even know where the other one is. Like this is like, I don't know, it's like a little piece of history. Like, this should be kept like in the family type thing. Like that was one to me to where like, yeah, that was a big mess up.
And then one other thing I wrote down, I said Paulie looks like the Wish version of Santa Claus.
He was Santa. Like,
From Wish.
By the way, speaking of weird things in the movie, did you all notice in the Tommy Gunn fight montage, he fights 8 guys. Okay, well the 8th one is 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
Yes,
oh shoot, no.
Really?
yes,
What year did this come out?
1990.
yeah. No, I never knew that, but yeah.
Curtis Jackson, okay. Because he wouldn't even started rapping until his album when he come out to like 99, 2000.
I was gonna say it was even later than that. I was gonna say it was like 2002, but yeah, you might be right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that was him.
Huh. I'll be goddamn. Well, there's a trivia for you to keep hold of.
There you go. Well, are we good to move on to our next segment, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, that will wrap up our Rocky 5 chatter and move us into our rankings. And we'll see how much chatter actually happens during this.
Yes.
But we're going to rate the opponent. Tommy Gunn, obviously, is our opponent for
I
Rocky
can't
5.
read this picture.
Drew, where do you want to stick Tommy Gunn on our list of 5 opponents thus far?
5.
5. Okay, that was very quick. Ray, where do you want to stick him?
Porter Shitter. That 5 will work.
5 will work. Tom, what are you thoughts? Sorry.
Dead last. Like, and it's mainly because Rocky takes several shots bare knuckle from this guy and gets up and is fine. Or everything. Could you imagine if he took bare knuckle shots from Carl Weathers or Dolph Lundgren?
Well, I'm not even saying like from like the point of the movie why it's 5. It's just like Rocky, like you said, the fight was over in 12 seconds.
Yeah, done.
Like he does not. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it was just like I said, just nowhere.
Well, say he couldn't even knock out Paulie.
Oh, yeah,
with a sucker punch.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, Paulie probably didn't even think he was gonna get hit. Like, Paulie just talked shit. Like,
Yeah, I'm also going to go at 5 here.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be the least bit surprised to move him to 6 next week.
and
I almost said it this way.
somebody's yeah, he really got a like dog ass. But yeah, I think he's got his spot locked in.
Well, unfortunately, that was quick. But yes, we will. We are all in agreement unanimously. He is the 5th opponent thus far. All right. Well, now we'll move on to ranking the movie. Drew, where would you like to put Rocky 5 in the order of the first 5 movies?
Well, it's in the title, 5. Put it at 5.
Ray?
I'd like to put it in incinerator, but 5 will work.
Tom?
Yeah, 5. Like, this is one where I really hope it was like one of those straight to DVDs. I can't imagine this being like it is. This is a straight to DVD quality type movie, to be honest, with the way the production, storyline, and all is.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I really believe this. If I never watch Rocky 5 again the rest of my life, I'll be completely fine with it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cry later.
I'll be fine. No,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit up at night and be like, dang, I wish I was watching Rocky 5 right now.
I mean, like, if I go home and was like, you know what, like, you know, a year from now, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna watch the Rocky movies with my kids. Like, we could skip 5 and I'd be okay.
You don't need it. You really don't.
Or I could just pull an Uncle Doug and be like, you know what, you boys watch Rocky 5. I'm gonna go mow the grass. I'll be back.
Talk to me while you hate it.
I think that's where it stands. So let's be honest. We even said that Rocky could have been like a 3-movie trilogy and whatnot. Like, we got rid of the third one or so, but like we still watch the third one.
Yeah.
Like 5 could have been done away with, but we also don't want to watch 5 again. Like that was the tone that this movie really.
Like you can skip, like go to 6. You can just take 5 totally.
Yeah, you could have had a trilogy and then like had like a wrap up, and I think it would have been good.
Yeah, and as much as I hated on 3 and 4, I mean, I'll sit down and I'll grab some popcorn, get on my phone, you know, listen to the volume or something, you know, watch it.
Yeah, it's bad.
But I'm definitely not going to do that with 5. I feel like I'm going to lose IQ points.
You can't even use 5. You can't even use 5 as background noise because the dialogue is so frustrating.
Yeah.
No, it's just not good background noise.
No, the character is so whiny and unlikable. It just makes the atmosphere unbearable.
Just get irritated.
Like it does. Yeah, it's like just. It is like living with a bunch of arguing Italians. Like it is what it is.
It's almost like at some points you needed to give Rocky some Ritalin or something because he was so overly excited with this fucking tard of a boxer.
Oh, or Valium to calm down or some shit. Yeah, like take this, go away. Like,
Mommy's little helper.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it'll be Tommy Morrison and Rocky 5 in last place for now with one movie to left. We appreciate you tuning in for this Rocky 5 episode, and we would appreciate you coming back next week for our final movie of the series, Rocky Balboa. And that's not called Rocky 6. It's called Rocky Balboa. First non-numbered movie here.
It is a decent movie, so come back and please watch that one.
It is. It's not nearly as bad as this movie.
No.
And next week we will have an announcement for you on what we'll be doing going forward for Chapter 3. But thanks for tuning in to Blockbuster Bums.